Today, I'm making the richest, most decadent chocolate mousse cake with mirror glaze. It's seriously the best chocolate cake I've ever eaten. And it's actually not my recipe, it's an Anna Olson recipe, but it's become my all-time favorite because it feels like it's straight out of a fancy French patisserie, but you actually made it yourself. That said, this is a pretty involved recipe that takes a lot of time to make, assemble, and set, so you do have to start preparing it at least a day before you want to serve it. Don't let that intimidate you. It is still possible to make if you're a beginner baker. I just really recommend giving yourself lots of time. Another thing I really enjoy about this recipe is that it uses one very important baking tool that I've literally never seen in any other recipe before, and that is a hairdryer. I truly never thought my very well used hairdryer would be in any of my baking videos, but here we are. As we make the cake, you'll see why the hairdryer is so important, but basically we make our chocolate mousse and we put it in a cake tin, and then we end up using the hairdryer to loosen that mousse from the tin once it's set. It works like a charm and it's a super clever technique, so shout out to Anna Olson for that one. First things first, we'll mix up the batter for our chocolate cake because we need that baked and cooled before we can assemble. To do that, we'll combine half a cup of boiling water, 2 ounces of unsweetened chocolate, and a 1/4 cup of butter cut into pieces. Once everything's melted, we'll set that aside and move over to our stand mixer. Here we'll add a half cup of sugar, an egg, and a teaspoon of vanilla. We're gonna mix that on high for about 2 minutes or until the mixture has doubled in size. Into that bowl, we'll fold in our chocolate mixture by hand. Now it's time for our dry ingredients, so we'll add in a teaspoon of baking powder, a 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Next, we'll pour in half a cup of hot, strongly brewed coffee, which really brings out the chocolate flavor in the cake. Now that our batter is ready to go, we'll divide it between 2 cake pans and bake at 325 for about 25 minutes. While the cakes bake, we'll get started on our chocolate mousse, and the first thing to do for that is whip 1 1/2 cups of heavy cream. Once medium peaks have started to form, we'll pop that in the fridge and move on to our chocolate ganache, which is the base of our mousse. In a large bowl, we'll combine 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate and 1 1/2 cups of warmed heavy cream. Let that sit for a minute so the chocolate can melt, then give it a good stir until it's well combined and your chocolate ganache is smooth and glossy. Next, for our mousse, we need to separate out 3 egg yolks. My favorite method for doing this is to crack open the egg and then pass the yolk back and forth between the shells to separate out the whites. We'll whip the yolks on high for 1 minute and then we'll move on to our sugar and water mixture. In a saucepan, we'll combine half a cup of sugar and 1/3 cup of water and bring it to a boil until it reaches 250 degrees. With the egg yolks whipping, we'll carefully pour our hot sugar mixture down the side of the bowl to avoid any splashing. Turn the mixer up to high and continue whipping until the mixture has doubled in size and cooled to at least 105 degrees. Then we'll fold our chocolate ganache into the whipped yolk mixture, and once that's combined, we'll let it cool for 15 minutes or until it reaches room temperature. And then to complete our chocolate mousse, we'll add in the whipped cream from earlier. Fold it in gently until the mousse is nice and thick and creamy, and feel free to give it a taste test. By now, our chocolate cake should be cooled so we can go ahead and start assembling our chocolate mousse cake. We need to line the bottom of a springform cake pan with parchment so that the mousse doesn't stick to it. And my favorite way to do that is to take a piece of parchment paper that's roughly the width of our cake pan, and then fold that piece of paper up into wedges like this. Then place the point from the folded paper at the center of the cake pan and roughly measure the distance to the edge. Do a rounded cut here and then discard the rest of the paper. Now you have a perfectly sized piece of parchment paper to fit your cake pan. And into that prepared pan, we're going to layer in half of our chocolate mousse. Spread it out evenly as best you can into a nice thick layer. Then we'll place one of our layers of baked and cooled chocolate cake on top of the mousse. Then on top of that, we'll spread the rest of our chocolate mousse. Make sure to really spread it well and get into the edge between the cake and the cake pan. Now we'll finish it off with our remaining layer of chocolate cake, and we really want to press that down in there. Basically, we want the mousse and the cake to be one flat surface on top. I like to use my spatula to just fill in any nooks and crannies. This cake has to go into the freezer for at least 4 hours or up to overnight to set, so you want to cover it really well with plastic wrap. And while the cake sets, we'll work on our final component, which is the mirror glaze. In a saucepan, we'll combine half a cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, and half a cup of heavy cream. Bring that to a simmer over medium heat and then add in half a cup of cocoa powder that's been sifted. Whisk in the cocoa powder until it's smooth and then let that continue to simmer for about 4 minutes. Meanwhile, we'll bloom 1 1/2 tablespoons of gelatin powder with a 1/4 cup of water. Mix that together until there are no lumps left. It should look like this. Remove the chocolate mixture from the stove, and now it's time to whisk in our bloomed gelatin. Continue to whisk until there are no lumps left and you have a smooth, shiny mirror glaze. Mirror glazes can be super finicky and you really don't want any lumps in the glaze, so one of my best tips is to actually pour it through a sieve. It's basically just insurance to make sure there are no lumps of gelatin left in there. Once your cake is done setting in the freezer, it's time to remove that plastic wrap and get out your hairdryer. Turn it to a low hot setting and then gently run the hot air around the edge of the pan. You'll see the edges slowly start to melt and then you can lift off the sides of the pan. Be gentle, but don't stress out if you see any cracks around the edges because it's super easy to fix these up with a spatula afterwards. Next, we're going to flip our cake over onto a cake board because basically what was once the bottom of our cake is now the top of our cake. Carefully peel the parchment off of the top of the cake, and once again, don't stress out if there's any cracks or imperfections because these are super easy to smooth out. And now it's finally time to finish off our cake with that beautiful mirror glaze. I like to make sure my mirror glaze is at about 95 degrees before pouring, just because this makes for the best consistency. And try to pour the mirror glaze all at once in one swift, smooth motion because this will give you the smoothest surface. And yes, you really can see yourself in it. And while the mirror glaze is freshly poured, I like to sprinkle the edges with some shaved chocolate. I just love the way it looks, but this is also a helpful tip for beginners because the chocolate shavings can hide any imperfections on the mirror glaze on your cake. And once you're done decorating, you're going to want to chill the cake for another 30 minutes just so that beautiful mirror glaze can fully set. This cake will keep in the fridge for up to 4 days, but if your house is anything like mine, it will definitely not last that long. The chocolate mousse is really what sets this cake apart. It just keeps it so moist and fluffy without feeling heavy or dense at all. Anna Olson popped off with this one. Okay, before I take a bite, we just need to take a moment to really appreciate all of those rich, beautiful chocolatey layers. Mark my words, best chocolate cake in the world.